Hey everybody, Tara Green here. Happy New Year. Now we're going to go backwards a little bit and start with January the 2nd on Monday. And everybody's feeling a little bit kind of, maybe, Mercury retrograde and Mars retrograde in the beginning of the new year. Maybe a little hungover still. So let's go back and review. So on the 2nd there on the top, Mercury sextile Neptune and Pisces. It would be hard to come out of feeling like you have a big hangover. Sun squared Chiron. This is a major aspects in the day. Feeling a little bit wounded, defensive. The moon trine Pluto at 5:16 p.m. That was on the 2nd. That's Eastern Standard Time. And then the moon went void, of course. And then Venus entered Aquarius, which it will be until, Venus is going to be in Aquarius until, let's see, when is Venus going to be in Aquarius? Venus is going to be in Aquarius until, I believe, on the 26th. And it will enter Pisces. So while Venus is in Aquarius, it's going to do some interesting aspects, and I'll get to that later. Well, Venus in Aquarius is all about love and values. Anything that's different, unconventional, kinky, weird, Venus in Aquarius is ruled by the modern planet Uranus, which orbits at a 90-degree angle. So Aquarius is an air sign. So when Venus is in Aquarius, it benefits all air signs by trines. So that is Gemini and Libra and Aquarius, of course. So you got to love anything different, outside the box. You need freedom, you need space, you need revolution, you need to do things differently. There's open marriages, everybody kind of opens their hearts, and, they want to do things different and unique. It's about expressing your own unique individuality, but doing it with groups of people. So, you can come together and network and meet a lot of friends. And again, dating on the internet is perfect while Venus is in Aquarius, because Aquarius doesn't like to get too close. It's known for being detached. So then the moon enters Gemini. Speaking of air signs, that's at 9:44 p.m. Again, that's Eastern Standard Time. So wherever the moon is, that's what the mood of the day is. So every approximately 2.5 days, the moon changes signs, and that's where you take the temperature of what people are feeling. The moon symbolizes the collective unconscious of people. So really, you have to really feel where the moon is. So the moon in Gemini, it's in an air sign. That means we're detached from our feelings. The moon is usually the biggest feeling planet. So we can gain a bit of detachment. We can examine our feelings. We can think about them. We can talk about them for sure. You're always going to talk a lot when the moon is in Gemini. So then you can see the moon trine Venus in Aquarius. So again, this is good for hooking up on the internet, for dating and stuff like that. Sales, Gemini loves to sell, loves to talk, loves to change their mind. So lots of mind changing. And the moon sextiles Jupiter in Aries. Again, that's in Pacific Standard Time, 9:37 p.m. So that's a good positive aspect. Jupiter is the great benefactor. And today, here we are on the 3rd. So as we get down here, again, that moon sextile Jupiter in Aries repeats early in the morning on the 3rd. And then the moon conjuncts Mars retrograde in Gemini, which 2:47 p.m. So that could be frustrating because, again, you're going to have to go back and go over and review and redo and rethink and rehash and return, conversations, communications, anything having to do with that, media, social media. So expect snafus of that nature. Give things extra time to get through. There will be delays. Once you know that, you just have to go with that flow. Then the moon sextiles Chiron and Aries in the evening. That's good to, again, feel more vulnerable, take off a little bit of armor there. Maybe because you're feeling a little emboldened by Venus and Aquarius. And then the moon in conjuncts the sun. That's 9:30 p.m. That's, again, Pacific Standard Time. And then it repeats again on the 4th here. So now we're down to the 4th and the 5th. I'm going ahead here a few days or so. The 4th is on the top there. Venus sextiles Jupiter in Aries. Again, this is good for meeting new people, for communicating new ideas. Jupiter in Aries wants us to get going. It's been hanging out at 0 degrees for a while, just getting up to like 1 degree now. So Jupiter's just starting to fire up there. So again, this can mean that you lightning fast, just spontaneously do something different, buy some crypto, change your mind big time. Think outside the box. And then the Gemini moon in conjuncts Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. Again, this can be difficult for feeling that your ideas are being heard, or getting your long-term plans, or keeping your discipline in place, because Mercury in Capricorn is very disciplined. You've got to remember there's the Sun, Mercury, and Pluto still in Capricorn. Moon in Gemini is bored, restless, just wants to keep moving and jumping and thinking and doing and pretty light there. Okay. The moon trines Saturn Aquarius. Again, that's good. That's air sign beneficial. Again, if you have planets in Libra, that's also beneficial for you. Again, Saturn in Aquarius rules Aquarius traditionally. So this is where you take the structure of Saturn, but you invent it, you turn it on its ear, you look at it in a new way, you give it freedom. That's definitely what's coming. And then the moon and Neptune square each other. So that's a good night for dreaming. Whenever the moon is connected to Neptune, the side of dreaming, visions, expansion, kind of dreaming about your soulmate or changing your mind about your soulmate. And then the moon is void, of course. So what that means is that the moon has its last classical aspect with the 7 traditional planets, which is out to Saturn, so that, Neptune is not a traditional planet, although it's still very important personally, as are all of the so-called transpersonal planets. And then the moon, well, maybe I should stop there and just keep going. Okay, we'll keep that for now. So I've done the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Keep track of where the moon is and how you feel when the moon changes signs. Okay, wishing you all the best blessings. You want to get in touch with me, I'm at tarottarot.com.